Well, 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 we are back again. It's your boy. We out here in some World of Warships Legends. It's Sleeping Giant, a map that comes up way too often, but that I don't dislike, so I'm not really mad at it. And we're out in the Yamato. This is becoming a bit of a trend for me now. I'm having a great time playing Yamato recently. I don't know if it's just me getting more used to it, or if I'm just, I don't know, having a little bit of fun in a battleship that slaps everything it looks at pretty hard. So here we are. We're over here on the strong side. Shouldn't really push up here, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna take a quick peek at the team makeup just to see what we've got going on, what kind of destroyers are out here. Obviously, they have more destroyers, so I'm a little concerned, because that generally doesn't bode well for big ol' slow boys like me, especially if they manage to break through. But I notice here that I got a little bit of division action going on with this Lightning and this Akizuki. And then I take a quick look and I notice that, well, one of the guys in the division is named John Cena, and being the absolute meme lord that I am, I have now given full marks. We will win this match because it's John Cena and you simply can't see him, and as such he will go undetected and defeat all enemies. So I'm calling out, support these dudes, and I'm just going to move up behind this island and try and get some shots on dudes moving into position. When I see that. Broadside Iowa in front of a Yamato, and exactly what you expect to happen happens. Because he catches a pretty big early slap in 21, almost 22,000, into 24,000, almost 25,000. And we're sitting on our first Citadel of the match. This Iowa is going to be bullied by me until he can no longer be bullied by me. I should have been a little more patient on this shot, but honestly, I was not expecting someone to have grinded a tier 7 battleship all the way up the tech tree to sail broadside at the very start of the match directly into the first island they could find. But he lawn darted straight into that island and is now just reversing broadside from me. So I'm not going to give this up. I'm going to keep throwing these shells at him until I'm tired of it. And he's going to be punished for it. So here's another good one coming out. And, yep, we're gonna chill here. As you can see, my destroyers have engaged their destroyers, and there's a regular old gunfight over there. Yeah, there you go. So, 38,000 on the next salvo. He really should have gotten the message the first time, but, you know, in my line of work, if they don't get the first message, you leave a couple more, and eventually they block your number, or they pick up the phone. He's gonna really wish he'd picked up the phone, but instead, we're just gonna keep taking these free ones at him. This isn't a very high damage game. I get, honestly, most of the damage I get for this entire game right up here in the early portions. I believe when I'm done with this Iowa, I'm going to be sitting right around 70,000 damage in a 120,000 damage game. But the damage isn't there, but the shells and the hits on target are there. The targets that need to be taken out get taken out. And you know what? After this, I'm going to just let y'all enjoy a little bit of this gun-on-gun fun. Alright, so hopping right back over here. We got a Richelieu that's popped out. He's doing a little bit of reverse and broadside, so I'm going to take a couple of shots at him. See if we can't get some good damage. Sadly, as is tradition, I get a whole bunch of overpens, which is a weird place to be. But we're getting damage on that Richelieu, and he's being pretty focused down. The Chapayev has reminded me that he's still in this match, which I kind of wish he wasn't, because it's a bit annoying. But we're just going to leave. He's way over there in the boonies. He's playing a banjo in the distance and just occasionally shooting shots at max range at me. So I'm going to go ahead and try and get some more shots on this Richelieu. I see my friendly Yami pushing in, and he has found a Tashkent, which is never a good sign, but the Tashkent manages to not absolutely clutch that Yamato out of existence and gets punished for it because there's a Wichita pushing directly at him. So I'm going to call it out, but the Wichita's already picked up on what I'm putting down and is laying shots on that Tashkent heavy. So I'm going to try and get this last salvo out of that Richelieu, try and clean up that kill. They clean up the Tashkent, salutes all around, claps and applause. The Richelieu goes away, additional claps and applause intensifies, and now we're going to try and get into a nice central position here. There's still a destroyer. There's a Yamato out at the edge of the world that the rest of my team's chasing over there. There's the Massachusetts, who is currently trying to, I don't know, escape the game he's playing without quitting it. And there's the Chapayev, who no one really knows where he is. And with that many destroyers having sailed right past him, apparently he doesn't know where he is either. But that's all fine. Destroyers are going to cap B. They will move into Cap A. It's kind of beautiful. I love seeing the teamwork. Again, I'm a huge fan of teamwork. I'm a huge fan of successful teamwork. And I will always commend it whenever I see it. So seeing this destroyer division just casually cruise in, cap this, and then move on to continue doing what destroyers do when there's nothing to destroy, which is, well, capture. And yeah, you know, this was a fairly calm match. I'm not used to these chill, lo-fi, relaxed matches in the Yamato. You're either a huge target or you're putting up huge numbers, but there's not usually a middle ground. Here, it was just kind of cruise around, do what I want, shoot what I want, ignore what I don't want to shoot, and no one really gave me any troubles. Except that Chapayev a little bit. He did do a little bit of damage to me, and I don't like when people do damage to me. Well, I'm trying to use the plane. I was hoping he was right there to spot him. He is shooting, so I was really hoping the plane would have popped him up real quick while I was shooting, but he's apparently just far enough away that it doesn't matter. And the B is capped. The A is being capped. And I'm very concerned about this Udachi. Take a peek at that Massachusetts, but notice he's still reversing, so even being in range, he'll be out of range by the time the shells got there, so it's not worth even shooting. Better to stay undetected and try and move around, see what we can find here. The center of the map becomes my home, which is the perfect place to put a battleship if you can get away with it, and it's not overly dangerous or overly stupid to do. Central positioning in a battleship is powerful. So, cruising over here, trying to get some support. I'd like this Wichita to come with me. He doesn't really need to follow those destroyers. And he obliges. He immediately pulls a 180 and begins pulling up with me. I get spotted by the Udachi, who's over there somewhere. I'm a little concerned that he might be closer to me than I'd like, so I'm glad the Wichita's coming. Because it's either he's pushing me or he's pushing that Massachusetts. I think he's right behind this island that I ping out just to try and get some eyes on the board. But I stay undetected. It's because the Udachi's actually right at the edge of my detection and probably picked me up while he was chasing that Massachusetts down. So the Massachusetts is in danger. He's trying to get some help from the destroyers, but they're way out of position to help him because he's way out of position to be helped. And I'm thinking this Chapayev is probably going to do exactly what he's doing, which is trying to cap D. So guns are already ready. We're just waiting for the detection. Where is he? There's the Chapayev. And, well, as Jingles would say, that is an almighty paddling. So Chapayev gone, and that's my match. I've signed off. I'm done. No one else is coming. I'll stay here in the middle just in case that Massachusetts decides to come back out or take a shot and reveal himself. He doesn't. He's very content to just not exist anymore, and I'm fine with him not existing anymore. We're going to win this match on points. And honestly, that's all we got. I'm going to leave you alone. You're going to get a little bit of battle music, a little bit of victory speeches, and then you're going to get an ending card.
All stations, concentrate fire on the designated target. Nice work.
Apparently it was a Kagero and not a Udachi. Whatever. IJN Destroyer is scary no matter what one it is at tier 7.
That was a great battle. That was a great battle.
So here we are. Battle results screen coming up. 121,000 damage. 250,000 credits. We turn a bit of a profit. We grab second place with 3 kills. And we get a nice win under the belt for the Yamato. Thanks for showing up. Have a good day.